Hi gang, you've got Jake from AGHOST, and today we're going to take a look at the Footstep Tracker Geophone by Footstep. Geophone uses this sensor to detect vibrations. It cables into the main device and the light flickering shows how much engagement is happening. So one of the problems that we have with the Footstep Tracker Geophone deals with the belt loop on the back. And if you can see this a bit better, you can see you've got the two slats for your belt to go through, and then we've got the hole where the tripod will go. The big problem with it is that when you take your tripod, and this is the one that they recommend from Footstep, and you try to put it inside this little the little tripod stand, it doesn't stick and becomes wobbly. And that's because the slats here for the loop, they prevent the tripod from hooking up securely. So in order to use this in the field, you're going to have to take the boot off of it, and it pops right out. Flip it over, then take the tripod, insert it, and you will have no problems. So one of our favorite setups is to take the Geophone and place it with a BooBuddy. And this is the BooBuddy Interactive, also from Footstep.
Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Because with the BooBuddy, it's going to detect motion and EMF, as well as ask EVP questions. But the thing is, when the hands glow red, it indicates a change in EMF. So you want to pair the Geophone with the BooBuddy to record the strength of the motion, especially when it says it's being tickled. So another thing that I think you need to do with your experiments is compare the Geophone to the Eddy Plus. And by doing that, I just call it a simple tap test. You can see how responsive they are. Ideally, you'll get the lights on the Geophone to flare with the lights on the Eddy Plus, which are down here. So just by tapping, you can see it starts to move. But they don't always move together. And depending on the setting of the Geophone, it can be far more responsive than the Eddy. Though we're getting a little bit over there, this one is starting to get a bit more flicker. Even though I'm closer to the thing, it's far more sensitive. And the other thing to know is with the Eddy Plus and with its boot, it's going to absorb some of the vibrations. It would have to be pretty strong. So make sure that you've got their sensitivities paired so that they respond together and flicker together. But again, the Geophone doesn't track anything to deal with EMF or air pressure, humidity, or temperature. That's all going to be on the Eddy. So the only thing you could do is double check your results with this. This has an alert, but you've got to get a big surge in EMF or temperature changes for it to go off. The alert isn't going to go off just on vibration alone. So that's a bit of a limitation on both products. But again, pair them together. Maybe set them a little bit farther apart on a table, especially if you have trigger objects, just to see how they measure the phenomena. So there you have it, guys. The Footstep Tracker Geophone by Footstep. A little quick summary of how we use our investigation, some limitations with it. We do recommend it with reservations. Like I said, it's missing an alert, so you don't know if it goes off when it detects something. Ideally, you want to use it with other devices that are tracking EMF, changes to temperature as well, just so you can collect more evidence. And right now it's retailing for about $90 on the Footstep store. It could go up to $149 if you are interested. And again, it's only recommended for more advanced teams that have a lot of dedicated resources, because you have to train a camcorder on it, otherwise you won't get any visual records. It doesn't have the SD chip like the Eddy Plus, so you can't go back and review it. You need to have something like the camera I've got pointed on me right now, so that you can see when this thing goes off so you can timestamp it and debunk anything that it may have. Okay? So again, thanks for tuning in to AGHOST TV. I'm Jake, and have a happy... By joining AGHOST today, you too can play with gadgets like the Footstep Geophone tracker from GhostStop. Join today.